Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be bonus general message. These are the ones where I always start them out with an anecdote, something real that happened, something pertaining to my dog. And I will just say that Aries, he was pretty funny this morning, actually. I got up before him, which is not typically the way it is. Normally, I wake up to a little dog face. Um, but instead I went and found him, and then he's so cuddly, he's so cute. He loves he loves to be awoken as well, and then he always lays there, and I have to do a little dog massage for him. So anyway, just a side note, maybe someone wants someone to come and find them. Now we have the ghosts. Okay, so we're starting out with the energy of something maybe from the past that needs to be resurrected, or we have somebody doing in this case, a flyover the cemetery, right? So I would say this is the guide, or a character's guide, that is reminding somebody of people from their past, maybe a multitude, or reminding someone of like where they came from, or even telling somebody, hey, there's somebody important. This We could have a character who's thinking about someone from their past right now, and there is a reason for that. Let me see. Um, I have to be honest. Before I started this video, I was going to start a Pisces video, um, and I had that song in my head by heart. Um, All I want to do is make love to you. That song was in my head, and I haven't heard it in such a long time. It's got great melody and everything. And for whatever reason, I was like, no, I have to do a bonus message with that song in my head, not a message of zodiac specific. Don't ask me why. That's just what I did. So I literally canceled the Pisces and started recording this one instead. Not sure, but we'll see what comes out in the Pisces video next. I will record that one next. With the Three of Wands, I said there's a reason maybe that a character is being reminded of somebody from their past right now. And it's funny because this is the past, but this is a card of the future. Okay, so how is the past impacting the future? Because there's a lesson here, or there's something to be remembered, or there's someone that a character maybe should reconnect with. Seven of Coins, Five of Cups. Okay, it could very well be that there has been passage of time, and it could be that someone has, although our lead character has perhaps really had some successes in their life, because this can be a lot of abundance, our lead character could be doing quite well. But if their mind thinks back to someone from their past, that someone from their past could be actually experiencing a lot of difficulty right now. This could be a character has an opportunity to go somewhere, plan something, travel somewhere, plan a future. Maybe this person's doing so well, they're like, I'm ready to open a business. And then their mind goes, or is jogged, to remember individuals that they used to work with a long time ago, people maybe they connected to. Sometimes we have friends in certain situations in life, and then life takes us in different directions, and then we don't talk to those old colleagues or coworkers for 15 years. And then all of a sudden, maybe life is going better, or we're in a management position and we need to hire a team. And it's like, that makes me think of that. We had the dream team that I worked with 15 years ago. I'm suddenly thinking about them. This could be important because that person that our lead character is thinking about could be in need of a friendly face. It could be something like that. This could also be a storyline about a lover. Particularly considering the heart song that I had just commented on. We have the Star in the reverse. We have the Knight of Coins. Okay, somebody is going through a time period of great stagnancy, of great distress. They have kind of halted everything, and they're just in a place of unhappiness. And I hate to have to describe a character going through some of the most lonesome and roughest moments, but keep in mind, we have another character who's looking at their future. Everything's coming up roses. They've had a lot of abundance. This is a stark contrast, right? This is what it is about the ghosts aspect. There is somebody from someone's past who's popping into their mind. They could be an Aquarius, and this Aquarius person is really experiencing a big devastation. Now, it could be that a lot of their goals, hopes, wishes, and dreams fell apart. It could also be that this is directly related to whatever their interaction was. It could be that this person has mourned the loss. I mean, maybe they put our lead character on some kind of a pedestal and said, oh, they were my wish fulfillment. And then we didn't end up together. And they've never moved on from our lead character. Our lead character has continued to grow, but they're at another like branching off point in their life where they're about to make some new, leaps forward in life. And they're thinking back, they're being reminded of the ghost from their past, which could be this person who's actually still really crying over them. Tell me about our lead character. Let's give them some more identifying features so I can maybe name them. Six of Pentacles, we keep seeing them on the upswing. We keep seeing them working with the flow of the universe. With this Six of Pentacles, I always think it's a little bit less of them working with another individual and more about them working with the flow of the universe, because I see a lot of sacred geometry here and I only see one person, and I see them following the path ahead and connecting and saying, okay, I'm listening to the universe's roadmap for my life. I'm taking one foot instead of in front of the other, and I am, even here she's got like her crown chakras open. So our lead character has been moving forward, and they've been yielding huge results in their life by listening closely to their intuition. Wow, we have a Queen of Swords in the reverse and we have a Ten of Pentacles. You know why they did all this? So now we can finally name our lead character. With a Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, they chose a higher path, even though they were left extremely confused, extremely wounded, extremely salty, extremely left out in the cold, perhaps, because if this is what it should have been, if our lead character at one point thought their path in life was like, I know what it's going to be. I'm going to be with this wonderful partnership, this wonderful person. We're going to build a life together. It's going to be amazing. I'm all in. And instead, it became, this is somebody who got big mad, but also probably because it was big hurt, big pain, something that they hoped or they believed was going to happen. The rug got pulled right out from under them. So our lead character, instead of staying bitter and unhappy, they decided to try to keep growing. They decided to listen to the flow of the universe and say, okay, if someone is not going to collaborate with me, then universe, am I supposed to collaborate with you? Am I supposed to listen more to my higher self? I feel like to get themselves out of this funk, out of this hurt, out of this anger, out of this pain, they did, I would say, the very enlightened thing and said, okay, it's no good for me to walk around this angry and this hurt and this bitter. So I have to build instead. I can't self-destruct. I have to build. And there's no one to build with me. So I have to build with the universe. But that has been the ticket to their success, their growth, their yielding results. Our lead character is kind of doing amazing. But it's all because they chose not to, sink into their hurt, their anger, their upset. Why did our lead character, why did our Queen of Swords have that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse? What happened with that? Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Nine of Swords. Oof. So somebody stopped working with, or they withdrew their love offer. I don't know that our Queen of Swords figured out why they did it. Our Queen of Swords has now morphed into the Hermit. I think our Queen of Swords wondered, why did they suddenly withdraw? Why did they suddenly hold back from me? They contemplated this. Our Queen contemplated this for a very, very, very long time. Now, this could also be them, whoever they are, right? They are likely the individual that we're about to talk about again in just a minute here. But I think our Queen of Swords had what was supposed to have been a beautiful relationship go belly up, because the person who said, I'm going to build with you, we're going to do this, we're going to be married, we're going to build a life together, an empire together, share our resources. And then it was like, oh no, I'm not going to do any of that. That getting the rug pulled out from under her, it happened because this person held back everything all of a sudden. This is the miser's card. But you notice they held back because their inner child couldn't decide all of a sudden, can I do this? Am I ready to be in this? Maybe they had to go and face some really profound fears that they had. But I think that our Queen of Swords came to some conclusion, like they held back from me because they didn't know what to do. They held back from me because they have fears. Okay, that hurt a lot, but I'm going to just try to work with the universe instead, since this person who said they wanted to work with me then withdrew the offer. They withdrew everything because they went into panic mode for whatever reason. Okay, that's the energy that prompted our Queen of Swords to get into the headspace of all I can do is try to move forward with the flow of the universe and listen to my guides and try to move forward. But why now are the ghosts coming back to the surface? Why is the guide coming forward and saying, hey, Queen of Swords, remember that person from your past? Let's go with this deck. Universe, why is she being asked to remember them all of a sudden with the Four of Wands? This is like, remember the promise of that really happy life that you guys were going to have together. Okay, remember the marriage that you were supposed to have. Why, universe? Why is she supposed to be reminded of that? Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. There's some kind of personal aspect. It's like, remember how much love you had. Remember how much truth and how pure those emotions were. Is this just for her own benefit, or is this to remember how much she loved them, how much she, and even though they withheld all of a sudden, is this to remind her, but there was something real. They initially did really want to build with you before they withdrew. I'm not sure why she would be urged to remember the best parts of this connection when in fact she endured the worst parts, right? The withdrawal energy. Page of Cups, all of this says, because there's a chance for a brand new beginning, there is a chance to receive an apology, there is a chance to open that book of life or that book of love again. Okay, I don't understand this one yet, but let's keep going. Now let's go over to their side. So we saw that they are in a place of tremendous despair. They are in a place where they have not moved on at all, and they feel like they have lost out on their wish fulfillment, which I can only imagine was her. But let me ask this. To her experience, she said, they promised me the world. We were going to build an empire together, and then they went into the Four of Pentacles and held back everything and freaked out. I don't know what happened, but I was really hurt. I was really salty, and then I just started to work with the universe to get over it. What happened from their perspective? Character, can you give us some insight? Justice in the reverse. So we have Libra, and we have the Four of Pentacles. They're saying, in order to avoid doing the wrong thing, I had to pull back from her. Wait a minute. All of this says they are devastated because the one thing they didn't want to do was withdraw from her. But they said, but I had to be fair to her. Why did they reason that me pulling away from her was the best way I could be kind to her? This feels very much like someone martyrs themselves and says, you'd be better off without me. I'm going to make a decision for you because I love you, that you shouldn't be with someone like me because I can't give you what you desire, or I couldn't be enough, or I can't offer you what you deserve. And it feels like that's, if I were to put this into words, that's what I would expect. And they were miserable about doing this, but they withdrew from her to somehow do right by her. Clearly that didn't happen, right? Because she became the Queen of Swords in the reverse, hurt, angry, out there swinging in the wind by herself. So, but they thought pulling back like that was to do right by her. Tell me, explain the rationale. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse, and we have the Eight of Cups upright. Something about they saw very clearly that it was time that they just walk away, either because something in their life wasn't going to be different, something in their life wasn't going to be able to match hers, and they just knew it, they got the clarity on it, so they may as well just walk away. Explain that. Why the walking away was the answer? High Priestess, Hierophant in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's something here about, because I would never be able to marry her and I wouldn't be able to explain why. Unless this is, they're saying because I know that I wasn't very much in connection with my higher self. And I can't explain why I know that. Can you explain to me? Because I don't understand. It's either they knew that they couldn't marry her. Tell me about the Hierophant in the reverse. By the way, I don't read for genders. This could be either a Fool card in the reverse. They did not have the courage to take the leap of faith. They were not really going to do the thing that they said they were going to, but I still don't understand what that means. 5 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star. There's something still here about they couldn't do it now. They should have been able to, but then they couldn't. Something about all these bogged down issues with all of this divine timing that I don't know what their bogged down was. Maybe this was a relationship that was at a distance and they weren't going to be able to, like work life out to where they could connect with her on a regular basis the way they needed to and wanted to be able to build. But there's something here about they couldn't take a leap of faith. They weren't going to be able to do that. And so they decided there's no point in prolonging this. It's only going to produce more problems. Hell, maybe this is they couldn't get a divorce the way they were supposed to have been able to. There's something here about not being able to sever a tie or not having the truth to tell about something that should have already been done or something that should be able to happen. And they were not going to be able to take that leap of faith and make that happen, all because of some big obstacles. And there was something about like, I can't delay her. She deserves the best. She deserves. Okay. No. Why did you not lay it all out? Or did you lay it all out? Were you 100% transparent? Because you're over here crying, miserable without her, miserable with having lost the best thing in your life, the thing that she wanted you said you wanted her, and then you are the one who withdrew. Did you explain to her why this was this way? We have the 9 of Swords and we have the 10 of Pentacles. No, they did not. What they explained was, and maybe they ended it with like, you deserve so much better than me. And that was it. You deserve to have the 10 of Pentacles. I'm just not the one to give it to you. Or maybe they slumped down against the wall and just cried over the fact that she's going to go have the 10 of Pentacles with somebody else. This feels like somebody who boohooed over their own blockages without conveying it. The 9 of Swords should be communication, but this says that's when we get stressed and stuck in our head. So I do not believe that they discussed it. I think all they did, they were so bitterly disappointed that they weren't going to be able to have the 10 of Pentacles with her, that then it was like, just sit down, melt, and have this meltdown. They've stayed in the state of meltdown and nothing has changed. But why is she being asked to remember them? Or rather, what is their role in all of this right now? They are utterly miserable without her. The Lovers sideways. They are, she's the only person that they want. We can see that loud and clear. Okay, tell me a little bit more about this. What is supposed to happen here? We've got the King of Wands sideways. It's weird because I'm not saying I agree with this. In fact, let's take this to a part 2 before I even say this. Thank you guys for giving us a thumbs up and subscribing. I will see you in part 2. There will be a free link right there in the description box. I'll see you there and we'll talk about that King of Wands.